Hi everyone, it's Teresa and Luby from the Heart of Sedona Star. Do you want to add the star in there? I think so.
Yeah.
Because if we do from the Heart of Sedona, people think Sedona, Arizona, which is why we named Sedona Star. But
well, I'll tell you a story. The first time I came here, I had just gone to Sedona.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I put it on my phone, Sedona, and I started driving, and I was like, oh no, am I going to Sedona?
Oh, that's funny.
But it was Sedona Star, and I got here, and it was fine. But
oh, good.
it was because it was the first time I went somewhere, and there was a lot of traffic, and
Yeah.
I have dyslexia, so I never know if I'm going up or down or east or west. So that was pretty funny.
That's funny. So today I'm going to give Teresa a reading, and so I can show you what, like, if you had a reading with me, what it would look like. And so the first thing I do is I will say a prayer, and then after that I'll have you just shuffle the cards any which way you want it for as long as you want it. So just go ahead and do that, and then I will go ahead and start. Okay. So our first prayer is, I say, dear God, please protect Teresa and myself. Make sure that everything that goes through me to her is for a greater good. Protect us with your love and light. Amen. Okay. Now you go ahead and shuffle away.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then I feel like doing this.
I know, I love that.
I think this is pretty mixed up now.
So disclaimer, we have not talked about anything. I will just show her what is in the card, well, what I'm receiving for you.
Yes.
Right?
There you go.
Okay. And then what I do, it's funny, one of the episodes you talked about being in touch with nature and the 5 elements. And so ether is the 5th element. And so what I do now, and I don't know why I've always done this, I now separate them 5 times. So that is earth, that's water,
Oh,
that's
it's because
fire.
you're calling the elements to come.
Oh, that's probably what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yes.
That's air.
That's your ritual.
Yeah. There you go. I didn't even know why I was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then now I open up the cards. Okay. And so now I need you to be, and I know this is hard. And like we said, we're coming from truth. We're coming from the heart, and we're going to be honest. And so you need to be honest, and I need to be honest with what I'm seeing. And were you okay with that?
Yeah, for sure. And then before the reading, we set the intention that whatever came up was what needed to be told online.
Yeah.
And that I was
Unless
fine with that.
They said, no, ma'am, you need to know something else. Okay.
Yeah. I like watching how you get a card and you know where to put it.
Yeah, actually, this is my own spread. I just came up with this myself. I know there's different types of them. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see the cards. It doesn't really matter because I don't, like I said earlier, I don't really go with the cards so much. I do use them as guides. Imagine like if there's like a little light that I would need, and that's really what they provide, is that. So, okay.
I'll do a quick zoom of the
Oh,
cards.
you want to do a quick zoom? Okay.
So that's the cards.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So firstly, what has happened in your life at this point in time, it has not been easy up to now. Like a short, like what I'm hearing is that maybe the last 3 years, 4 years has not been easy. Like it's like almost like because you're at a high frequency, it doesn't allow you to go into deep depression. But if you weren't at the high frequency, you would have been in deep depression.
I was for a little while.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because you're high frequency, you're able to lift yourself out of it.
Yes.
But if you weren't, you would have stayed in this depression.
Wow.
Okay. It's time for you now to do a lot of self-reflection because your world is going to change drastically. And I'm not being hyperbolic, and they're telling me, tell her you're not being hyperbolic. Your life is going to change, and it's going to go where you did not foresee it going. Okay, like it will not even allow you to see it. Like they're telling me they don't even want you to see it, because what you do, it's part of your left brain. You like to analyze, and you like to analyze, and you like to say, okay. All right, even though you're very creative and you're esoteric and all of that, you have equal parts, right? Of left and right brain. I don't. I'm very lopsided. I'm very right brained. You know, I can barely do 2 + 2 is 4, right? But you're not. You're very full in both areas. So even though you can see something on a very spiritual, this is what needs to be, this brain saying yes, but it doesn't make sense, and I need to make it sense, and you take this and you analyze. And when you analyze, then that's when you get in your head.
Yeah, I like to label everything.
Yes, you have to label, it has to have a place, it has to have a compartment, it has to have all those things, right? And so they want you to completely learn how to cut that chatter. Okay, because you need to cut that chatter, because where you're going, you don't have room for it. Where you're going to be going to places where you will not have time. You won't have like even the slice capacity to hold unintentional thoughts.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's happening now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they want you to go into hermit mode. They want you to go into monk mode. They're saying you need like maybe the next 7 months, maybe like a good chunk of time where, you know what, you're not going to start a relationship, even if you're in one now, put it on pause. Like, I don't care if there's fighting, there's no working on it, right? There's no like, oh, we need to work on this. No, you don't have, you don't have the bandwidth at this point in time.
Okay.
You can work on it later, but right now put it on pause. Right now, there's just saying, just put that on pause. Nothing, and you're raising your child. That's fine. Do what you're doing. Don't delve into what he needs, what he doesn't. Just be the mom that you are. Again, put that on pause. As far as like, he's fine. He doesn't have any issues. He's fine because they need you to be at your strongest. Okay, because this is what's happening. Because your life is completely. It's almost going to be like you're not going to recognize it. It's going to be a different life. It's going to be good. There will be a new person in your life. There will be. And they're telling me to tell you this, but it's down the road. And the only reason they're telling me to tell you this is because they don't want you to waste any energy on even that thought. Okay? Does that make sense? Because right now the thought is you. Right now is about you becoming the full expression of who you need to be. You're going to have some decisions with your job. You're going to have some decisions. They're showing me that it's either like you're going to be making more money. You're going to ask for more money, and you may switch jobs to get that more money. And some part of you is afraid to leave because you have commitments, and change is very hard for you in that sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, but I'm hearing that, you know what, you don't worry, you're going to be taken care of, but you don't make any changes until after this phase of yours.
How do I know when the phase is over?
You will know.
Okay.
You will know. You will know because you will not hear that chatter anymore. You will know because you're going to replace it with more information that's going to be downloaded to you. So it's like, okay, analogies. I always talk in analogies. So it's like when you're a child and you're anticipating something, like let's say going to the doctor, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'm so afraid I'm gonna get that shot. And you go, you get the shot. It's okay. It doesn't hurt that much. the next time you go, you already have that information that it wasn't that bad. So it's, you're not going to be afraid of it. You're going to go and you're going to do it. Or, sometimes you don't like it, you're going to be afraid of it, but you're going to have that knowledge. And so they're going to download information where it's going to, it's going to like, it's kind of like you're going to be able to see more with this information. It's going to elevate you. So it's kind of like, as you're getting more information, you're rising. And as you rise, you're going to see more. As you see more, you're going to see all your options. As you see all your options, you're going to be able to make better decisions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So that's when you'll know. When you're like, wait a minute, I can see. Oh, wait, I didn't see that before. You know what? How come I didn't think about that? Let me go try. You don't have to leave your job now. You go ask for that job and you get the job, then you leave your job.
Okay.
Right? That's how it's going to be.
Okay.
It's not going to be like you're just going to say, oh my God, I'm out of a job. It's going to be more like that, right? Where like, yeah, it makes more sense to be there, and you're going to be working a lot harder physically, meaning you're going to start being I don't know what you're going to be doing, but you're going to start working more. They're showing more movement in your work. And so that's not your work now.
Is it like travel?
Yes. It's more like movement. They're showing me you're moving. You're going to be here. It's what's going to be the more work, I guess, if you call it work, it's or hardship is always moving. That's what they're showing me. You're like, you're over here, and you're over here, and then you're going to be over here, and then you're going to be over here, and it's like you having to get up and get this and get packed and go. Yes, it's more like that.
Okay.
But you're going to love it.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that right now.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
you're
I
going to love
that.
it.
I love
You're
that.
going to love it. Yes. So and like one part's going to be harder because of that part. Because sometimes you're not going to feel it. You're not going to want it.
I have
but
an 11-year-old.
right. But you're going to end up loving it. But the one thing that they're showing me is that there has been a conflict in your life that has been like a thorn in your side.
I already know where you're going.
Right. Yeah. Oh, do you do?
Wow.
This is what it's been a thorn in your side. It's kind of like it's stuck right here. It's stuck. And it's there. And it's like, do you feel this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this.
Yeah.
And it's there. And sometimes it numbs it out. And sometimes you don't feel it.
And you tighten your belt and keep going.
And you keep going, but it's still here. That needs to be resolved.
Okay.
Whatever that conflict is, you need to look at it. You need to pull it out, look at it. What the hell? What is going on here? Let me alchemize this. Let me transcend this experience. Let me figure out why this is happening to me. And then ask your guides, get the information, meditate, go there. And then you just say, okay, now, bye. Gone.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have this arm and you're gonna be, okay, now let me flex a little bit. Let's go. And that's when that happens is when all these other things are gonna happen. But right now it's like it's not allowing you. It's like you're like this.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sorry, I'm also dramatic, but this is how
it's
how it is, guys. Ask anybody who does readings with me. It's very dramatic. But it's like this is what they're showing me. Like, ooh, you're like this. You can't. How can you reach for that when you're like here?
But what is that though? Because there's my son is 11.
But he's not. No, it's whatever. It's something that's been in conflict for the last few years. It's a conflict that you have, whatever that is. So you need to figure that out.
Okay, is it masculine? Is it feminine?
It's showing me masculine.
Okay.
Okay, and it's something that's just not allowing you to stretch. That they're showing me there's a compression of your freedom. Does that make sense? Like a compression of your freedom. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like here you are in like this like a bubble, and you're trying to get out of it, and you can't, and you need to grow and you need to expand, and it's a self-imposed bubble though. It's nobody put it on you. Mm-hmm. You did it.
Yeah.
Because at one time in your life, you felt very comfortable here. Mm-hmm. You felt happy in this bubble. It was easy. And now you've grown spiritually, energetically, physically, you've grown to you want to expand more now. You want to go out now. You want to break that bubble and do what you need to do, right? But things are keeping you in that bubble. That's the conflict.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. And so, you know, the thing about the one thing that you do, and you've done this in your life. Interesting. That's what they're showing me. When you feel insecure, when you feel scared, it's like you get a post, 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 and you create a cage. Okay. Again, look at the pattern. This is the pattern in your life. You block yourself, and then you stay here. This is what you do. It's like you know how I don't know what insect it is that to protect themselves they turn into something else, or like a possum it plays dead, right? You do that when there's conflict in your life. When there's conflict, you almost like you get here, you protect yourself in something, and you stay right here. Because
maybe it's like a survival thing.
It could be, and the thing is, you stay here. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because they're sharing with me that when you're almost afraid of your own power, because when you if you roar and say no, you know that you're going to knock everybody down, and they can't handle your strength. So you've suppressed your strength. Does this make sense to you?
Well, the thing that comes up is like, I feel like I'm nagging people.
You what?
Nagging people.
Uh-huh.
And that it hurts people's feelings.
Yeah.
You know, or I choose to just not say anything. And
right.
Just leave it the way it is.
Leave it the way it is.
And avoid conflict.
Avoid conflict.
Yeah.
Right. You avoid conflict by shutting yourself down. So what you need to start doing is being direct, being deliberate, and being kind.
Okay.
And listen to this, because this is really important that you understand this. The person on the other side that you're talking to, if they can't hold that energy, then you know they're not even at your frequency. So there's no need to waste any more energy on them. Right? And I'm saying waste because you have this energy. You could either give it away here and throw it out here where they're not going to receive it and hold it, or you're going to give it to somebody who's there with a bowl, allowing your energy to flow, and when you need it, they're there to give it to you. So it's reciprocal. So you serve each other. But what you're doing is you're throwing it out like water. Yeah. Throwing it out. So you're tired. And so that's when you're like, I'm just gonna stay here. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm just stay. It's safer here. It's better here. Yeah. I'm not gonna be honest because I know what happens to them when I'm honest. But if you hold yourself high and you say, I'm gonna be direct, I'm gonna be deliberate in what I say, mindful, but I'm gonna be kind. So I'm gonna give an example. Okay, let's say you have a friend. Let's say and you say, hey Luli, do you want to go to the movies with me? And I say, you know what, Teresa, no, I really don't. You know what, I really don't. I just want to stay home today. And you get mad at me because I told you the truth. I go, no, but I said, but thank you for asking. And you get mad, well, forget it. I'm never going to ask you again because you never want to go out with me. That means you could not hold the truth that I was giving you. Yeah. You couldn't hold it. You're right? So now you know that anything that in it, but yet let's say, you know, that means that you couldn't hold it. That means that you're not on my frequency. So if I give you energy and energy and energy, that means you're not even holding it. So when you ask for advice, when you want me to solve a problem, it's going down the drain. It doesn't matter. That energy is like water going down the drain. Yeah. Right? So now you know. So this is what I say. So think of yourself on a bus, right? And there's like a VW bus, and there's like these seats, or the easiest way is this: you're on stage, and there's like and you have the VIP room, right? Or not on stage, I'm sorry, like yeah, let's say, and you have a VIP. Those were your like the ones that can hold your energy. That's there. The rest of the people are your audience members. Doesn't mean that you can't have a good time with them. You can have a great time, right? But they're audience members. and you're not going to throw your energy out as much. You just like you start shape shifting. So you start doing this. So like, let's say a good friend of yours cannot hold your energy, and so you can't be complete. You can always be truthful and direct, but you're going to have to modify it somehow, right? Still be direct and still be truthful and still be kind, but now you know that you're going to have to level to what they do. So if they talk about, let's say, soccer moms, let's say, okay, that's all you talk about. You're not going to tell them your deepest, darkest secrets. You're not going to waste that energy anymore.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to, that's what you do. You know who they are now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and eventually what's going to happen, you're going to end up like the 3 people in your VIP room, and that's it, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the people that you know are your ride and dies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was telling you about the VW bus, like the front row, those are your ride and dies. They're the ones you ask, hey, should I make a right? Should I make a left? What do you guys think? You guys are exchanging energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the middle seat. They're your fun friends. They're like, you go to their parties and you have fun, you party with them. Hey, let's go here. We're going to go dancing, whatever. Okay, great. But you're not really asking them for what way you should go because you really don't care what they say. And then you have your third. They're there for just filler. They're the peanut gallery.
For the ride.
For the ride. They're just making things light, right? But your ride and dies are always the front row.
Okay.
So make sure who those people are. Those are the people you give that energy. And a lot of times it's your family members that are not your ride and dies.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that you probably have the most difficult being truthful with because you
Yeah.
know how they're going to react,
Oh yeah, for sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but don't ever offend your soul by not being truthful.
Yep. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't want to be truthful because I don't want to hurt them.
Right, right.
So I kind of just go with the flow.
Or you only are truthful when they ask you,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Does this dress look pretty? You know, it's not my taste, but if you like it, wear it. You know, if you feel good about it, wear it.
Okay.
But you're being truthful.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't ask you, you don't say, oh, that dress doesn't look too good on you. You don't do that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because that's not kind.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you think you're being kind, say, oh, you should wear another dress because it makes you look, it makes you look really big or something.
No.
That's still not nice, right?
No.
You just don't do that. Only when you're asked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you do it.
Okay.
And that's how you'll know. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then once this happens, and they want you to grow to this spot. So imagine once you're in hermit mode, once you're doing all this, right? And then you're going to grow. And once that happens is when new energy is going to infiltrate in your life at another elevation, and you're going to connect. And then you're going to have a choice, like, oh my goodness, because I'm seeing you're going to have a choice of two people, 2 guys. That's what it's going to be one of those situations because you're going to be abundant with gifts like that. So, but right now, but for sure, it's going to be life changing. Another thing too is that and I know you know this, that you have a magic wand, that you manifest everything immediately. But even the negative, it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very mindful of your thoughts. Mindful. And when I say your thoughts, I don't mean the Einstein brain, I mean the Frankenstein brain. Now, the Einstein brain is the brain that says, oh my goodness, I'm going to go on a diet on Monday and I'm going to do great and blah, blah, blah. And the Frankenstein brain says, no, you're not. You tried. You're just not going to do it. But you really aren't going to do it. Guess who usually wins? The Frankenstein brain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So your Frankenstein brain wins a lot. So you need to make that Einstein brain become the Frankenstein brain because you can have everything you want. I'm telling you, anything. Okay? It's just, you just want it, then you wish it, and it'll happen. But you have to be very mindful. Part of that is the double-edged sword with the two, with the left brain and the right brain too. Because the analyzing. Oh, how am I going to get that? I don't make enough money to get that. How am I? You know what? Don't worry about it. It'll happen. And I know that sounds frivolous, but it's not.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know how to do that. Yeah.
Exactly. And so what's going to happen after this time, you will feel like a brand new person. You're going to feel so much more wise, and also you're going to start becoming the woman that you are, that you should be. You are in little girl mode, and you're gonna actually be, they're showing me like you're gonna be the butterfly, and right now you're the caterpillar in a cocoon, And this next 7 months are showing me you're going to be in pain, be some depression, there's going to be some anxiety, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but it's okay. It's like they're showing me that the caterpillar, it hurts when they're expanding the wing. It hurts when they're going like this and trying to get out of that cocoon. It's tight, right?
It's funny you're mentioning that because I've been having back pain.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, and every time I grow spiritually, I get this.
Yeah, and well, that's what
back
they're showing me. They're showing me. And so, and then you're going to come out and you're going to expand your wings. See, everything here is telling me about expansion. That's what they're showing me.
But isn't that everybody?
No.
Like
No.
with the whole earth splitting vibration.
Yes, you're right. But not everybody I read is going through what you're going through right now. Not everybody I read is going through expansion process right now.
And I'm gonna say, I said that because I want you guys to know that we all have those thoughts. Like we think, oh, don't you take that to everybody?
Oh, right.
So it's good to ask those things.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is very true. And I have no problem. I have no problem with you saying, no, it doesn't resonate with me. Because what will happen, I will get another message. And because these guys want you to hear their message. And I will even tell people to record me. I will tell people to ask me a million questions because I want you to hear the messages that they want for you. But yeah, and you're right. And everybody is in expansion mode, but not in the way you are at this point in time. Like right now, it's almost like very critical. Like it's critical. It's like because your life is going to go choo once you're done.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a good thing. Yeah.
It sounds really, it sounds really amazing. You know, it sounds really amazing, and I can't wait to be there. But I want to go through the journey.
It is a journey.
But
it's going
also,
to be a journey.
It's like there's so many questions, but I don't even know like what to ask because I know that it's
you know what
new.
I will tell you that what I remember, and I know people say this all the time, because you can't quiet your mind. I can't meditate. Meditation, stillness, quiet is the key.
Okay.
The space between two thoughts is the God in you. The more space between the two thoughts, the more stillness you have. When you have that much space between the two thoughts, then that's when you download information and it adheres to your being.
Okay.
Right? And sometimes people say, oh my God, I can't. You tell me to be quiet. Now I can't be quiet, or I can't get still because now I'm thinking of everything. There's a car there, there's a light here, and there's cards here, there's everything. No, and it's okay. Sometimes maybe you paint and just be quiet. Maybe you write and just still your mind. The best time, Vasu is very good. In fact, I'll send you a meditation of his. The best time is to do it early in the morning.
Okay.
Because that's when everything is silent. Because when everybody's awake, the world is awake, all the energy's going up and down, it's in the ethers, it's everywhere, chatter, everybody's thoughts, and it's like, if you could see it, you would see it. You would see all this noise. But in the mornings, around you, it's not. It's quiet. You can hear. And that's why, like I always say, like before you go to bed, if you want an answer for something, you pray about it, or you go to bed, ask the question, and in the morning, wake up early, set your alarm, and just close your eyes and say, please tell me the answer, and you'll have the answer. You'll have the answer. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not the answer you want. So that wasn't the answer, that was just my thought. But no, it's the answer.
No, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so
you just have to remember to set the intention to do that before you fall asleep.
Yes. And do you have any other questions about anything?
So I have a business that I started. Is that something I need to continue?
You're going to be making more money, but it's going to be in something different. Okay. It's not that you're not making money with this, but remember when I said your world is going to turn? It's not going to look like what it looks like now. It's going to be something different. Where you're going to be receiving more money. It's going to be another funnel of revenue for you.
That sounds fun.
But this is a good too. But they're saying it's where, oh my God, they say follow your passion.
Okay.
Follow your passion. When you follow your passion, you will find it.
You want to know what I did today?
What?
I submitted like a workshop, a new workshop that I'm doing, and it's an Akashic Record workshop where a lot of people are going to come, and I'm going to open everybody's record at the same time, and they're all going to get to ask questions, and all of them are going to get light language and codes and activations.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's your passion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
there you go.
Yep.
You go there. Any other questions before we close her out?
What about like for the people watching? Is there a message for them?
The message for you guys, I want to be very clear. Oh. No, the message is no. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to say this again, but I'm going to have to say it again. It's know yourself. Know yourself. Know yourself. Because that will save you.
I know who I am.
Yes, exactly. That will save you. And like I said, you guys are going to be so sick and tired of me saying it, but I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I'll say it till I die, because I could see that it's there where you will grasp onto life. You will grasp onto your passion. You will grasp, you will, when you know yourself, then, like I said, your natural boundaries will come up. Nobody's going to offend you anymore. I don't care what they call you. I don't care what they did. You're not going to care who's the president. It doesn't matter. Believe me, I was very tribal. And now, I don't even care, because you know what? In this present time, it doesn't affect me here, right? I'm not saying not to be involved, because I'm very involved in other things. But what I'm saying is, remember, you bring into existence what you want and what you need. So, yeah, just know that you are a part of everything. You are, I will tell you this, and just speaking about this, is when we say about, like, you don't mind what happens, when somebody offends you, they triggered you, then that you need to ask yourself, you need to thank them first of all, because not physically, but say, wow, I need to be grateful for that, because it will make you see something in yourself, that why you're triggered.
Yeah, because the trigger brings something that you need to look at.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's how you get to know yourself. Oh, that's one question that people ask. Well, how do you get to know yourself? Well, you know what? Again, just stop for a second. Like, ask yourself, those triggers, why did that bother me? Why am I not flexible? Why am I always in a bad mood? Mm-hmm. Like, start asking yourself questions, like you're the third person, and sometimes you write in a journal, like you're talking to somebody else. Like that's what Eckhart Tolle is. So, he took a lot of Krishnamurti's philosophy and put in his book, which I love him too. And, but yeah, just, see yourself as the observer, and that's how you will get to know yourself.
And then something that I want to add to that is, when you were doing my readings and you were saying that I know how to manifest, the thing that came to my mind is, I know that when it comes, because when I do readings for people, I learn too.
Yeah.
And they keep repeating it. When they speak, it goes through their activation chakra.
Right.
And as soon as you say, I am lazy, I am so dumb, I am whatever, you manifest that. So if you continuously say 3 times a day, 3 times each time, I know who I am, you're manifesting that you know who you are, and the knowing of who you are will come to you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna plug this little book, and honestly, when in my readings, people used to always ask me, what books did you read? I want to read the same books. And I said, you know what, you're on your path. But so what we do here at Citadel Star, we do free book clubs, and we'll start it up again. Well, we have a book, we go online, and and then we have a book club, and people come in and we talk about the book and the books that I have read, and books that I think that were helpful for me. But why am I telling you about the book? The one book I will tell you about is called I Am Word by Paul Selig. That book, have you read it? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So this guy channeled the book in 2 weeks.
Wow.
and it I think the whole book resonated. Not even one part of it. The whole book resonated, and he channeled it. And you can even go on YouTube and check him out. His name is Paul Selig, and he has multiple books. And he taught me, and this is what he said, because I saw him in person at the Conscious Life. And I said, there's one politician that I just couldn't hold him in my heart. And he said, well, what you need to do is you need to love him and send him love and send him light and elevate him. You don't go into the dirt with him, or you don't go into that level of my vitriol, because I'm pulling him down as well with myself. And so he said, no, you need to lift him and love him. And then I thought what Jesus said, love your neighbor, your enemy. Exactly. So anyway,
and we're all made of water, and
yes,
a lot of us are familiar with that water experiment they did in Japan, right?
Yes.
You send water positive energy,
exactly,
and its vibration increases.
Exactly.
So that's why we need to send love. That's what comes to my mind. I'm sure it's not the only reason, but
yeah. So anyway,
I'm gonna read that book next
yes,
time.
it's called I Am Word.
Book report.
Yes. I think, you know what? I think maybe I will put that on the book club again. We did it once, but maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah, I will definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can do an online book club too. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So okay, thank you so much. And from
Sedona Star.
Yes.
From the heart.
From the heart. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.